Hello all you wonderful people, we are back to the amazing La Casa of the Dragon Ball Nerd. I am back to basically bring you another storytelling of another comic book. And I'm just going to tell you guys right now is that I was really excited that you guys really enjoyed the Green Lanterns and now the Batman. So, if you guys haven't seen those yet, please press the playlist down below and basically get a chance to basically look back at what I've already covered. Alright, so let's begin. Today's video is brought to you by Legends Comics and Games. If you guys want to go ahead and look them up, the link's down below in my link tree, and also all their information and what type of comics they sell is there. So please, give them a call today and pick up some comic books from them. You know, X-Men's one of my favorite comic book series, and it's only because the mutants and the struggles that they go through, the trials and tribulations, as well as the parallels to, racism is all present in these type of comics. It tells you how they're oppressed and how they are marginalized communities and how they're treated inside these communities. So, yeah. This run of X-Men has one of my favorite X-Men's on here, which is Jubilee. At the same time, this is an introduction to a team called the M Squad. A squad of people that basically hunt down the X-Men. Do they get away? Do they survive? What is going on with Rogue in her head? That's another thing that we need to talk about. In May issue of 244 of the Uncanny X-Men, simple name, Ladies' Night, we are introduced to us being at the mall. And at the mall, we get introduced to Jubilee. There's a crowd of individuals gathering around Jubilee, and she is basically causing explosions that are similar to what would be fireworks. And she basically shows off and entertained everyone around the crowd. And everyone didn't really care that she was a mutant because she was performing really well. She does explain what exactly her mutant powers are. So, this is what she stated.
In case anyone's curious, what we have here are articulate quasi-animate transitory plasmoids. Pieces of raw energy that come when I call. Do what I tell him. And take a hike on Skidoo Q.
Suddenly, without warning, the two security guards notice the performance and starts to basically instigate Jubilee and told them that they can't be doing this inside the mall. Jubilee gets away and starts running away from the security guys. The security guard starts chasing after Jubilee, where ultimately it just ends up in a montage of individuals just chasing each other. As Jubilee gets away, more and more security guards were chasing after Jubilee, and it got to the point where she's now in hiding at the mall. And this is what sets up to what the X-Men are gonna do. The security guys were very upset and cannot capture Jubilee, so they see a flyer, and the flyer says, "Please call this if you need help." It is the M Squad. In the outbacks of Australia, a home that the X-Men have adapted to, the Dazzler mentioned that Rogue is on a rampage and upset about something. And suddenly, without warning, a bag or an item was thrown through the wall which hit towards Storm, which made her fly in a comedic way into the shower of another X-Men. If you want some context, Rogue basically has a second person in her mind that's also taking place inside her body. And she's very upset that this person took over her body and redecorate her home. She was not happy about it. The name of that person inside Rogue's head is Carol Danvers. The X-Men known as Cyclops was asked by Rogue to basically do like a lock in the head to prevent this person from taking over. And they said, well, maybe I could, but I can't really do that because this is another human being inside your mind. And Rogue didn't take too kindly to that and starts flying off. But she stops. And Carol Danvers takes over Rogue's body. So from now on, Carol Danvers basically says, I'm going to take control of her body until she calms down and understands the ramification of this situation. Dazzler says that it's a little stress in here, so we need to actually go out and do something. So Dazzler comes up with the idea. Let's go shopping! Back at the mall, suddenly a green car pulls up. It is the M Squad. They are now looking for Jubilee at the mall. And they're kind of like geeks. They kind of look geeky, and they kind of look like something that would reference the Ghostbusters. While Jubilee's hiding, she noticed the X-Men, and very intrigued who they are. The girl starts putting on new clothes. Storm doesn't understand why you need to put on makeup. it's just a fun time for the X-Men girls. Meanwhile, the M Squad are just being buffoons and just checking out and surveilling the area of trying to find mutants. And they're doing it in a very comedic way. The X-Girls then go to a strip bar. Yes, they go to a strip bar. And have themselves a couple of drinks. Jubilee tries to step in, but the security guy says, "You're a kid, tough luck." Then out of nowhere, the M Squad are here. And they notice there is a mutant nearby. Storm gets her legs swept off the feet by a male stripper and starts dancing along with him. Then out of nowhere, the M Squad found Jubilee and starts shooting at her. They didn't care, and they bring out a device that basically is in connection to the events of Inferno. And as Jubilee is basically getting trapped within this device, something happened. The X-Men were here. They spring into action and try to start saving the girl known as Jubilee.
If I can concentrate its attention full force on me, perhaps I can weaken it sufficiently for the others to effect a rescue. Always assuming, of course, I am not consumed myself.
And they do it in a way where basically they push and they fight and they win and save people within there because the machine was going haywire. Cyclops then pulls with all her might and drags her out of the beam of the machine that was basically causing harm to her. And they save Jubilee. Storm then lifts up the machine into the sky, while Dazzler shoots a beam at the sky and destroys the machine once and for all. The girls notice that they couldn't really find the girl again and they really want to bring her back home. But they don't have any time as more security starts gathering and trying to say, hey, we need to come after the individuals that did this. So they teleported out of there. But suddenly out of nowhere, Jubilee was sneaking around the corner.
They're leaving the same way they arrived. Cops are giving those dorks a real hard time. Serves them right. But they'll come after me again. I know it. Them or somebody worse. Mall isn't safe anymore. Probably nowhere is. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! The portal's still open! Mistake? Or invitation? Don't really know who they are or where they went. If I follow, I could just be making things worse. I don't care.
And jumps through the portal. If you loved today's reading, please like, comment, share, and as well as press that notification bell today to get notification of our videos being posted. And as always, I really appreciate you guys taking a look at our videos. And so, yeah, all I guys want to say is that you guys have a wonderful day.
Today's voice was brought to you by Empress Voice, aka Hypno Queen VA. She voiced Jubilee and Storm in this video today, so please give her a follow, link down below. And when you go to her main page, please let her know the Dragon Ball Nerd sent ya.